each and every play.
Well, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
They go with Murray again. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Well, add that play to his resume, Real, because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
Cousins from the gun on third. Flushed out right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he is knocked down from the side. Just shy of the goal line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
No surprise there. Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play. It was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. And out now come the Vikings. And this is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Cousins on first down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football, but they face a second and long to start things out. Throwing, Cousins. Room to run inside the 40. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. Following the penalty, it's Murray. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Latavius Murray, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Christian McCaffrey to return it. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Coming up later tonight, a reminder, one of the best rivalries going. We'll have the Ravens and Steelers for you at 8:30 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday night, another divisional matchup. This time it's the Pats heading down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.
Nice twofer there.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And now it's 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here we go now. Back down Philly. Here we go.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a struggle.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
They'll look to throw here. Over the middle to Smith. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Looking to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Everson Griffin in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
Here we go now. All right, now, look at Leopard. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now back to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating 1st half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. And now out comes Minnesota. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Cousins now on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And a little floater there is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. On 3rd down, Murray. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. And now running right through it. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. Carolina getting set to take the field. They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot. Great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. This is McCaffrey on the give. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. This is McCaffrey, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Now I would be surprised if they go for it. 3 points is not ideal. It's not what they want, but it's still only the first half. Take the 3 points and move on.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Graham Gano to try the Panther field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Gano's kick is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Certainly their offense has sputtered here a little bit in the first half as they finally do get on the board, but they only have 3.
Well, at least it eases the frustration a bit, doesn't it? To be able to get some points on the board, feel a little bit better about themselves as they go into the locker room and try and regroup.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. 3 yards remaining here on second down. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
First down, here's Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and it's second down.
I know we're doing this game live, but let's step into the film room for just a second, because when they review this play, oh, the negatives are going to be incredible on this one. Rolling out to his right. Yeah, he's right-handed, so that's a natural spot for him. But he throws back across his body back into traffic.
Big no-no.
Oh, that's a monster no-no. The only good thing that happened, it fell incomplete. Very fortunate.
And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. On third down, Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Cousins now to throw on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A big play there for Carolina. 45 yards. Trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around, not just in the huddle, but looking over the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Linval Joseph in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
All right, here we go.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. The Panthers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Here we go. Back to Philly. Here we go.
They'll set up a throw. It's caught. Smith. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And Gano's kick is right through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. First down throw for Cousins. The left side caught by Diggs. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Now a second down throw for Cousins. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off here by C.O. Moore. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
All right, here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this one complete right side to Funchess. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here's McCaffrey. And he gets it down to the 32. It's good for a gain of 7, but still a few inches short here with fourth down coming up.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
They'll go with a keeper. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
Now, that was a little bit longer distance than you would expect to see for a quarterback sneak. Normally, it's 4th and 1, 4th and inches. But when you get interior linemen trying to get upfield for a pass play, sometimes you can blow past them on the sneak, and it worked well for them.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Well, he was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Shift together here from the D-line.
Let's go. Detroit.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. McCaffrey with a first down and more. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Final minute now of the third quarter. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. He'll look to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Call it a 3-yard gain, and just like that, it's third down. The Panthers on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 9.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Watch it now, Barney.
This is McCaffrey. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
We've seen this offense go for it on 4th down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
We certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. And Gano's kick is right through. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this third quarter. So all 9 points for him coming via the field goal, and this last one puts him out in front.
And all these field goals are great, but it's touchdowns that win games for you in the NFL. So you just wonder if settling for 3 on some of these drives is going to come back to haunt him.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Coleman, the man in motion left. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Here's Coleman. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
The Vikings on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And down he'll go at the 25. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Play clock winding down. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football is paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield who can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So it'll be first down here after the run. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. The man in motion is right. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll look to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Jadeveon Clowney in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
Now the Vikings now heading on to the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
10th carry of the game now, Murray. He'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty move got him a couple extra on the play. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let him outside where they can really shred your defense.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
You and I both know that you don't really, truly replace Adrian Peterson, but Latavius Murray's a really good back. Similar running styles, too. Won't wear the same number, we know that. But when you see him run, you might see a little bit of that in him, upright with some power.
And he takes it across midfield to the 45. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Coleman, the man in motion left. That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. And a stoppage here. A timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Back to throw. Caught right side. It's Lewis. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Buying time to his left. And Rudolph has it left side. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Here's Coleman on the toss. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They will run again with Coleman. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play.